Nowadays we have wonderful ways of staying warm. Even though we rely on indoor central heating, resting by a cozy fire, wearing a chunky sweater, and drinking a hot beverage still seems like a treat.
But let's go back to early humans. They did not have indoor central heating. How did they stay warm? Let's find out. Humans weren't the only ones that sought warmth.
Life was not easy. They had to grow their own food, hunt for or raise animals for meat, make their own fabric, and then make their own clothes with a needle and thread, cook the meals, take care of the kids, make their furniture,
milk the cow, take care of the animals, grind the corn, wash the clothes in the river.
Besides wearing wool clothes, cooking fires and hearth fires were the primary ways people found warmth.
In early homes, the hearth was in the middle of the room. It was used for both cooking and warmth. In later years, it was built next to a wall. A chimney was added which prevented the room from getting smoky. Those who could afford it would have large, beautiful fireplaces in their great hall. They would also hire people to do the manual work like cooking, washing, and growing food. Those who could afford it would have heavy curtains around their beds to close at night. Large wool tapestries were hung on the walls and wool rugs spread on the floors. These all cut down on cold drafts.
So, long ago, people would bring their animals inside at night to keep them safe. The animals were like little ovens that increased the temperature inside the house. I don't remember, did I happen to say anything about the smell? Since houses were made from stone or wood, they got cold at night. By bringing the animals into a room attached to or under the house, their body heat would make the house warmer.
For thousands of years, both men and women wore a tunic as a basic outfit which was made from linen or wool. Other clothes would be added as desired. Just like the cavemen, in northern regions, staying warm was a constant challenge. Wearing wool was a necessity because it was the only fabric that trapped body heat.
Everyone, whether poor or rich, wore up to 5 or more layers at a time.
In northern countries, women also wore many layers of wool clothing to stay warm. The ancient Romans lived in a warm climate. Most men and women wore linen tunics and a fabric drape. Sometimes wool tunics would be worn. Since the weather where ancient Egyptians lived was hot, their goal was to stay cool. Linen fabric made from plants helped keep the wearer cool-ish. Only royalty would occasionally wear wool or silk. They were able to make fine, see-through linen fabrics.
So, you want to know how people magically turned wool and flax into clothes?
Before wool or flax are turned into cloth, it must be made into thread or yarn first. These all have one thing in common. Can you tell what it is? After the fluff is cleaned, it is ready to be turned into thread. Thread is made with a little tool and tightly twisting the loose fluff.
This is where sheep's wool comes from. It's getting a haircut.
Linen is made from flax plants. These stalks were cut and left drying in the fields. They will be soaked and pounded and cleaned and combed. Then they will be ready to be made into thread, which will be made into fabric, which will be made into clothes.
It's time for a field trip to practice your new skills. 1. In your house, find any thread, twine or rope. Look at how it's twisted by untwisting some of it near the ends. 2. Experience how thread is made by using a cotton ball. Gently pull out a long strand of fibers and twist them together. The twisting creates thread. You will be making a bit of thread. 3. Tell someone something you learned from this video. Please like and subscribe to this video. Chapter 4 is ready for you to watch. How needles and threads gave us identity.